All right, back again for Fast Gadgets. This is try number 2 of this video. For some reason, I don't know what it is with OBS lately. I've been having recording issues. It doesn't seem to matter which platform I'm on. This time when I recorded, I was getting tons and tons of static, so I actually pulled out my lavalier mic, hooked it up to my phone, and I'm doing dual recording so that if I get a bunch of static this time, at least I've got good audio and I can get this video done for you. So here's the situation. 2 things I want to talk about. Where have I been for the last week? And what's happened with my Fedora Linux installation? So first off, last week my wife began her vacation on Saturday. We were all excited about that. Actually, it would be 2 weeks ago now. And I was doing some laundry. We were going to go up north and hang out. We live in Michigan, so we were going to get a cabin or maybe do some camping. We like to hike in and camp on national forest land. And as I was walking down the 2 steps to go do the laundry, I slipped on a shoe. And no, it wasn't my shoe. And it wasn't my wife's shoe. And unfortunately, I broke my leg clean off about 2 inches above the ankle on my right leg. I broke the tibia and fibula clean off. And because of my heart condition, I couldn't just, get myself into a car and go deal with the situation. I had to call an ambulance. They had to come in. They had to check all my vital signs and get everything in order and make sure I was okay. I started to pass out, so it was a concern that it might have to do with my heart. Now I do have a fibrillator and pacemaker, so I have a defibrillator and a pacemaker in my chest, so it wasn't like I would die, but of course they want to be careful and make sure everything's going okay. After that ambulance ride, I could not get the surgery that I needed immediately because, again, they had to check and make sure that I was able to with my cardiologist, so they needed the consult. So I had a surgery on Monday to tap a rod the entire length of my tibia. And in order to do that, they actually cut open, I was surprised, above my knee in my femur, and then bent my leg and made an area where they could shoot straight through with the rod, and then tied it in place with a bunch of screws. So I was at the hospital a total of 6 days. After the surgery, I needed to make sure that I could handle the pain and everything was okay with the surgery itself before they actually released me. So finally got released, got back home, trying to acclimate to my new lifestyle, which I really don't like because I'm much more physical. I like getting around and doing things and being out, and it kind of annoys me to have to use a walker to get around. I'm not allowed to put any weight on the leg for another week, and even after that I have to be reevaluated to see if any other surgeries are needed or if they're going to even allow me begin to do weight-bearing exercises on it, or what type of therapy I'm going to do, or if it needs more healing. So it's going to be a little while. So this may slow down a little bit my video production. It definitely did for the week I was in the hospital, and I do apologize for that. But I'm slowly getting back on my feet. I'm to the point now where I don't need quite as much of the medicine, and I'm feeling pretty good. So hopefully I can get these videos out to you. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was Fedora Linux, because I actually did the very first thing that I was harping about to get to the hospital was a laptop. And the funny thing is, my son brought my laptop up to me, and I was too exhausted or medicated to actually do anything with it. So I didn't do a thing on the laptop while I was in the hospital for 6 days. But when I got home after about 2 days of acclimating, I sat down, I pulled out my Yoga 910, booted it up, I ran updates again, and if you have not seen my video blowing up Fedora Linux and one good reason not to buy a MacBook Pro, check it out. Of course, you will know that I did updates about a month ago on Fedora, and ever since then the video has been blinking and kind of flaking out, and you can actually see what it looks like on the video. So I did do updates again just a few days ago, and unfortunately it did not fix the problem. Now, to answer some of your awesome responses and assistance that you've given me in figuring out this problem, it doesn't seem to matter if I'm in Wayland or if I'm in Xorg. I have both of them installed, and I can select Xorg for GNOME. I need to do a little bit more testing, though. I want to completely shut down, boot back up, go into Xorg for GNOME, see how it behaves, because every once in a while it's behaving fine in GNOME, but it never behaves fine in KDE Plasma. So that tells me whatever Xorg or Wayland that KDE Plasma is working might be the issue. So I'm not convinced yet it's Wayland or Xorg, but we'll find out. Could be a driver issue. Hard to say, but I'm going to do more troubleshooting, and I really appreciate all your help. So I'll release another video in a day or two here, and I'm going to look through your comments, see if I can figure it out before I blow away the system. I don't really like blowing away the system, even though I've got a backup. I do have a portable 2 terabyte hard drive I use here. The reason being is if I do blow it away, even though I've got a backup of everything, I don't learn anything. And if the problem comes about again, then I'm back to square one. So I've got the MacBook Pro 2013. I've got a backup MacBook Pro 2009. I've got my vintage MacBook Pro 2008 if I really needed to go that far. I still have Windows on the Lenovo Yoga 910, so I can do Windows type work. So I've got a variety of systems I can work on. I've got my desktop AMD with my 1090 Phenom 2. Actually, no, it's a 1055 Phenom 2 processor that has Linux and Windows on it. So I've got a lot of possibilities. The thing that makes it most hard is getting around, but I will be releasing another video. We're going to see if we can figure out what the heck is going on with my Linux install. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Fast Gadgets.